What's up, y'all? It's me, Jerome, and I'm back with another video. So, y'all know I love to tell y'all all my business. I downloaded Tinder. So I don't know if y'all remember, I told y'all a few videos ago that I was going to try out Tinder and see what's up. So, I would say 2 weeks ago. It had to have been 2 weeks ago, I think I had Tinder. But one Saturday morning, it wasn't even Saturday. It was 4th of July weekend, y'all. So 4th of July weekend, laying in bed, chilling, watching movies, whatever, being lazy. I don't celebrate 4th of July. Y'all already know the deal on that. But I was just laying in bed being lazy. And I think it was probably like 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30 or something like that. And so I was up looking at the Jeffersons. I got this thing where I'm looking at all old school shows that I used to check out back in the day or look at back in the day. And now I'm getting an adult perspective on these shows I'm watching. Nevertheless, I was like, let me download Tinder. So downloaded Tinder. I put 3, maybe 4 pictures out there, all recent. The oldest picture was probably May of this year, and the latest picture that I just added to my profile was from a party I went to last Friday. Not this Friday that just passed, but the last Friday. But anyway, I downloaded the profile and put my pictures out there. And while I'm putting my pictures out there, I'm also paying attention to the Jeffersons, laughing at Georgia Wheezy and Florence and so on and so forth. And as I'm setting up the profiles, it probably took me maybe a good 45 minutes to an hour. And that's because I kept placing my phone down. And so when I uploaded my pictures, I noticed that there was an About Me section, and I'm all about, filling in the blanks on profiles and whatnot. So thought about it for a minute. I put something simple out there, and that was that. And so after I did that, I, went through the little Tinder application. First picture popped up. It was this black guy. He looked real nice. And this time around, I was like, when I'm going to swipe on these pictures, I'm going to make sure I'm paying attention to details. You know what I mean? The eye in all. So did that, paid attention to all his pictures. He had about 3 or 4 pictures out there. And I liked them. And his profile was decent. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And his age was very appropriate to what I am wanting. So I went ahead and swiped right on him. And it came up that we matched. So I do this little signature, little text that I do where I put in parentheses, I put smiling. And so he replied back immediately. And when I say immediately, as soon as I hit smiling on there and I glanced at the TV to see what was going on, I get a notification. So the skinny of it is that he and I conversed until like maybe 4:30 p.m. So from like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning to about 4:30 p.m. on July 4th. Mind y'all, I was so intrigued by his conversations that we were having via text and also what was going on with me on the TV. I didn't even swipe, nothing else. I didn't do anything more. And so the last text I received was about 4:30. He told me just in a nutshell, he was like, look, I'm tired of doing this. Here's my phone number. So sometimes I'm a bit skeptical about giving my phone number out, especially doing a first encounter. I want to text maybe for 2 days or 3. No more than 3, so 2 is good. And this was cool because he was matching my style. Because I was like, wow, he really don't want to text like this. And we was really doing some good text messaging. And not too much, but just the basics of as what was going on today, how long we've been in Atlanta, so on and so forth. And so at 4:30, I decided to get out the bed. Yes, I know I sleep late, y'all. But I decided to get out the bed, make up my bed, and I was like, I need to get me something to eat. Let me get some crab legs. And so I called him, but there was no response, which was cool because I understand and I have learned that we all have a past. We all have stuff that's going on. So with that being said, just because I called him and pick up, that's cool. I'm learning him, he's learning me. And so maybe about 6:30, he gave me a call and he apologized, told me that he had took a nap and he missed my call. And we just started conversing from there. So as we're talking, our conversation probably went maybe like 30 minutes. And he was asking me what I was doing later on. I told him that I have a taste for some seafood. I'm gonna go, to go get me some crab legs. And honestly, what was going on was I was trying to get the seafood because the video that y'all just saw that was previous to this video, I was trying to do my mukbang then, but never made it to it. So nevertheless, he was at Publix and he was asking the employee there about, how many crab legs come in a pound and all that. I think he even asked me the question. I was telling him a bag would be fine for you or whatnot. And so he asked me again. He was like, I really want to, see you and meet you. Why don't we, have crab legs together? Cool. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. My thing is, I already had plans to do my thing, but I was like, you know what, this guy really wanted to meet me. He's adamant about it. I love how the text messages were going. I love how the conversation is going with us on the phone. Let's go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and got ready, and he told me where to meet him at. And so he ended up texting me because he got to the restaurant early, which I was like, oh my God. And I'm so slow, y'all. It takes me forever to get ready. But this time I was rushing, but I still got there a little late, but he was fine with it. But anyway, I went into the restaurant and it was cool. Now, this is the thing. When I went into the restaurant, I wasn't nervous because I'm never nervous about anything. But I did not know how he really looked because I saw his pictures, but it was like the pictures were seen at 11, we'll just say 11 a.m. And we were going back and forth. And I was checking out the picture. I was like, okay, can I see myself with him? Does he look respectful? Does he look decent? Yada, yada, yada. And that was it. Then I was paying attention to my TV show. So I had to pull up my Tinder app. And I was like, okay, let me walk into this restaurant and have the phone with me because I don't know how this nigga look. So went into the restaurant. And when I went, child, he was all on the side of the restaurant by himself. I don't know why, but I guess that's just what you do when you meet somebody for the first time in case it don't work out. But anyway, I saw him, I smiled, and we sat there and we talked and we ate crabs. We had a good time. We had a very good time. So that was cool. I enjoyed that moment. As time was going on that day, I've learned some stuff about him, or I learned something. No, we'll say some things because it's stuff that added up. But I learned some stuff about him that I don't like, but I am learning to just kind of go with the flow a little bit because things are or in the process of being changed per the black man. No requests that I made, but things are being changed. So that's cool. And it's nothing too major. One of the things I can tell y'all is that he's a smoker, and I'm not crazy about smokers. And it's funny that we're talking about that because the thing is that, off the top, it's the breath. We already know that. Now, his breath is fine, but it's the breath for most of us about smokers, right? And when I say smokers, I'm talking about cigarette smoking. Yes. The thing that I dislike about the cigarette smoking on top of the breath is that you guys are going to learn this about me. I am big on PDA, and I'm really big on just kissing in general. And my thing is that I want to be able to kiss my partner with no hiccups in between. Now, don't get me wrong. The normal hiccups that we have, like, food in between your teeth, or, you may have drunk or ate something that just didn't agree with your balance in your mouth or whatever the case may be. But the smoking thing is like, okay. Because my thing is, every time I want to kiss you or whatnot, you got to go gargle. So I'm just like, but it's nothing I brought up. It was just something that he said that he was working on, and that was that. So I was like, okay, cool. Is he working on it? Then cool. Because it's some shit that I probably need to work on, So it is what it is. What else about him? I've been to his place. So probably a few days after we met, 4th of July, he invited me to his place, and his place is nice looking. It's a nice place. He's a bachelor, so it's set up bachelor style. And I've been to his place 2, maybe 3 times. And then I did invite him to my place finally last week. I invited him over and we watched a movie, and that was that. Nothing heavy or whatever. Just, the regular thing that two adults do that are single. But nothing like that. But I did invite him over, and that was that. But I like the guy. He's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? He's decent. At first, I did not go out on my Tinder because I was content with what was going on. But as time was going by, I was just like, that little choice, little option comes up where you be like, shit, I got choices. I ain't got to put up with this. I ain't got to deal with this. Let me find somebody else. So I did go back on Tinder, and I did swipe right and left a few more times, and that was that. And I haven't met nobody, but I've just been conversing well with a few other people, but nothing like this. Yeah, nothing like this. So I have been conversing with people, and it's just like, hey, good morning, how you doing? Good night, good evening, what you doing today, and so on and so forth. I really want to meet you. But I can't meet them because I told you guys before, if I'm talking to somebody, I can only concentrate on that one person. That's the guy part about me, where I'm very one track. Like, if I'm with you one track, that's that. And honestly, if things continue to progress in the positive with the gentleman I just swiped right on, then everything else is going to fade away and it's going to, disappear after a while. So that's that. But yeah, that's it. I went on Tinder, and that was that. Now, I can tell y'all this. It don't matter what app you on. I haven't been on Tinder, y'all, in probably it's been years. And when I say years, if I have to give y'all a number, I would say maybe 11, 12 years maybe. Yeah, 11, 12 years. Because I haven't been on Tinder since I have not been on Tinder in Atlanta at all. So this is my first time being on Tinder. And y'all, I've been living in Atlanta for about damn near 10 years. So that's how long I've been off of Tinder. Now, Tinder has changed a lot for me because the platforms are the same. So y'all know I've used Facebook dating before. I used POF. I used Jack, of course. We know about Jack. And now it's Tinder. They're all set up similar or damn near the same way. And as far as like the pay for features, they're damn near the same as well too. But yeah, they're all the same. So with that being said, a lot of motherfuckers that I've seen on Facebook dating, POF, Jacked, of course, they're on Tinder. The funny thing about it, or the cool thing about it, is that now I see a different side. So for those of y'all that don't know or not within the LGBT community or whatever the case may be, Jack is more so set up where all the dating sites are the same, but it's more set up to be more sexual, more like a hookup. Now, granted, I've met guys on Jack, and there's other guys out there that have met guys on Jack before, where it's just you guys are conversing, you guys are actually looking for dating. Hell, there's been relationships set up on Jack. People have got married from Jack and so on and so forth. But the majority of your fellas on there, it's more so of what's your position, what you like, dislike, want to hook up. That's the kind of situation it is. So yeah, a lot of those guys on Jack are on Tinder. So it's kind of different seeing these guys. Oh, I got a call. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me, nigga? Ain't nobody finna deal with that. So anyway, I need to record and get y'all the dirt anyway. So anyway, what I was saying. So a lot of those guys on Jack, they're on Tinder as well. So it's like a different side of them. Jack, I see the more freaky side of the guys. Tinder, I run into a few of them that keep the same kind of attitude as far as being a freak, but it's more reserved, more relationship oriented, more so what they're looking for, what their desires are, and so on and so forth. So that's the cool thing about it. And I wondered if I had some of them conversations with them guys on Jack. I don't know. Because, I don't really entertain the guys on Jack with all the freaky stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I am human. I am a man. And I have done it before. But probably 90% of the messages that I receive from Jack, do not respond to them because they're on another level. And I'm just not set up like that anymore. Oh, I don't talk about my business. But anyway, yeah, that's that. So anyway, that's my thing. That's my story. I'm on Tinder and I like it and it's cool. You can swipe right, you can swipe left, and it's easy. I like it. It's no, well, they're all set up the same way, but this is just more easier. And I do have this thing, after I swipe right on them, I do send a message immediately. If I don't send it immediately, I do send it within that day. You know, like a, hey, how you doing? My signature smiling, whatever the case may be. And if they do not respond within a timely manner that I feel they should, then I'll just go ahead and unmatch them, because there's no need to have 50 niggas in my box and I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. But I want to know from you guys, have you guys tried Tinder or any other dating apps? And do you guys feel the same way I feel, as far as the platforms are damn near the same? It's just that, you know, it's stamped with a different name on it. Hell, matter of fact, me and my best friend, we were talking about this probably July 4th when I met old dude. And I called him, I told him what was going on, as far as I met the dude and had a good time and so on and so forth. But I was like, you know what? Me and you ought to go in and we ought to create an app ourselves. And so I'm not gonna share you the details of the app, but when I gave him all the details of what's required from the app and how it needs to work, he was thinking about it. And when people think about stuff, that's a good thing. And I don't think it costs that much to do apps. So I'm gonna do my little research, do my little due diligence to see, because shit, my ass finna get an app out there. It's money out here to be made. We might as well make it some kind of way, okay? So we're gonna research that. Or we're gonna dig into that. And matter of fact, when I get off of this with y'all, I'm gonna reach out to him and ask him if he thought about it, because we need to put our heads together and come up with some kind of app. And you know, of course, I solicit the app if it, you know, gets the vacant or comes about, or whatever the hell you say it. But anyway, let me get off of here. I got some work to do and need to edit this video so y'all can get it by noon. And that's that. So before y'all go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends, your enemies, your mama, cousin, sister, brother, a friend, a neighbor. Tell somebody about my channel so we can keep this going. And if y'all have any suggestions, y'all hit me up on my email. What is it? conversationswithjerome@gmail.com. I'll put everything in the description within this video. But anyway, I will talk to y'all later. It's me, Jerome. Bye.